brand of expert analysis. Here's Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. If you're just joining us, we are already on the way. He can get that clear. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. It's a pretty loose pass. Great ball, and he's in here. Chance! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Can he get it through?
For the ultimate model of consistency and longevity, there is the perfect example in front of us.
Javier Zanetti goes on forever, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, that's why they call him the tractor. He just ploughs on and on with boundless energy.
Now it's Pedro Neto. Now it's come to nothing. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And it's a corner. And we have our very first corner. Oh, the ball's run loose here. No, he didn't quite meet it right. And it's Zanetti. Played back to the goalkeeper. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Zanetti. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
It's a good foot in there. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Ah, he's given it away. Gabriel. Schmeichel getting this one clear. Not the most accurate pass. That's really well manoeuvred. Eto'o. And it's made its way to him. Pedro Neto unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Donadoni providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, smashing header! He will be livid with himself.
Boca Juniors certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Still goalless. And this is It's Ibrahimovic! Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
He's having a good look here. And we have the first dead ball situation of the game, promising one. Mateus! Magnificent from Mateus! A finish right from the top draw. Oh, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept, and considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Boca Juniors have taken the lead.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Now it's Scholes. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. He's in plenty of space here. Roberto Carlos did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And here's Owen. Donadoni! Zanetti, looking to go deep. Oh, what a climb! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
He has found the way through. Shoots! It's a goal! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
That's the keeper's ball. And claimed it back swiftly. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Iniesta spots it and intercepts. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. He's had a shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Boca Juniors really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Owen has given away a free kick. Marquinhos does really well to win the ball there. And he's picked out the run. Chance! Goal! Excelsior! And the comeback is complete.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Convertido en el minuto 37. Número 11.
Excelsior take the lead.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Nice interception, well timed. Well, there's the clearance. That's headed upfield. Now it's Owen. Boca Juniors are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Played back into the centre. And here's Ibrahimovic. Donato. And a chance! Oh, he's been... And one more try! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
And he was quick to react. Spread it left. Ibrahimovic. He's found a way through. Neto.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Vinicius Junior is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Oh, he's found support out wide. And that pass just didn't quite work.
Se van a jugar 2 minutos de
Mateus
compensación.
receives it in a good position. He rises! He scores! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Número 9.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So all square and not for the first time.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Pedro Neto. And we hit half-time. Boca Juniors are involved in a terrific contest here. It's been a slugfest and a half. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. Terrific half, 4 goals split evenly, beautifully set up for the second period to follow.
Cambio en Boca Juniors. Número 18. Número 14.
Excelsior get the second half going.
Número 17.
Boca Juniors are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Forlan chasing after it. And he's intervened well there. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And now the breakaway. That's a throw. Tries to play it through. Oh, there's a probing ball. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Nicely aimed pass. He's found some space. Big chance! Superb goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Looking to play him in. Zanetti, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Foot in. Boca Juniors can breathe again, just.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Boca Juniors come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Excelsior clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Forlan. That pass isn't the best. Oh, that's well spotted. And this is Ibrahimovic. Threads one in. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Forlan is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And he's going to have his name taken.
Cambio en Boca Juniors. Número 13.
We have got changes here
Número
from
10.
both sides, in fact.
Entran número 23. Número 11.
Too close for
Cambio.
comfort. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Aimed beyond the defence. Well timed, excellent interception. Pedro Neto. He's in a good position here. Has a shot! It just took too long getting forward.
Well, the whole idea of a good breakaway is to leave the opposition struggling to get back, and they were just too slow.
Corner number 2 then. Boca Juniors have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Batistuta. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Boca Juniors do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
And this is Ibrahimovic, out towards the flank. Neymar, and he's managed to get free. Terrific header! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Oh, can he get onto this? And the through ball. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Roberto Carlos. Real chance! They've scored! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Eto duly reaped his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
Pedro Neto tries to pass it through. big header! That's really well cleared. And that would have won it.
Cristiano Ronaldo really must be wondering how he hasn't put them 3 up. It was a very, very decent chance.
So, third corner of the game. And he's taking no chances there. And now they can spring out of defence. No joy this time. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. He's shifting through the gears here. Now it's Eto'o. Marquinhos kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Picked out brilliantly, and the shot, great chance! And somehow he managed to miss it.
Well, I think it's great. He's showing plenty of fight here. You want that to spread throughout the team now.
It's not an especially good pass, that. Excelsior are looking to go forward now. And this is Ronaldo. Can he get away here? It's Cristiano Ronaldo!
Okay, it didn't come off, but it was clever. A nice little dummy.
And it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Batistuta. In with the challenge. And this is Forlan. And no, that was never going to make it. Ibrahimovic. Neymar. Neymar's cross. He gets big. And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Scholes. And that's put paid to a promising move. Well, nicely intercepted. Looking for the run. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Shot a goal! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are cruising away. He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Excelsior blast themselves into a 3-goal lead. Pings in a header! It's in! And they are right back within touch! It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So is this the start of a comeback? Can he finish? Oh, taken with style! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? A mere formality, lie on a certainty, he is truly in the zone.
Oh, that's excellent composure because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Boca Juniors give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
And he's only too happy to take that back. Can he get on the end of this? And the shot! Really well taken goal. They have stolen level at the last. One moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Well, those players out there must be exhausted now, Peter, but at least they have momentum, which augurs well if this goes to extra time.
90 minutes up, and we will be back for extra time.
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
So a short respite for the players as they prepare themselves for another 30 minutes.
Señoras y señores, queremos pedirles su apoyo para nuestra fundación solidaria, Una oportunidad en el fútbol. Cambio en Boca Juniors.
90 minutes gone
Número
and
dos.
nothing between them
Número
still.
4. Número 21.
Boca Juniors did
Entran
fantastically well to
número
force extra
27.
time, having been on the...
Número
Can he
6.
finish? Oh, what about that? And that may just do it! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Número 11.
Boca Juniors go into the lead. Back into the middle. And here's Forlan. Forlan! And that could have brought them level.
Forlan clearly wanted to level things up in a hurry here. It didn't quite come off for him, but top marks for the effort.
Excelsior get their fourth corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Torres. Well, that's beautifully weighted.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And the counter is on. Now it's Neymar. Great vision. Now it's Goulet. And tries a shot! No mistake! They're level! Level in a trice!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Gol del Excelsior, convertido en el minuto
And
7
that
del
really
tiempo
is
extra.
so
Número
impressive.
22.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Quite a thriller this one's become. Well, it's Eto'o! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Ibrahimovic. This ended up in no man's land. Knocks it into space. Denilson. Rijkaard cuts it out. James. Roll in acres of space out wide. He's got tall. And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Ibrahimovic fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
James gets across to intercept that. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Played out to the right. Fired deep towards... Climbs up big! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it. Boca Juniors have their second corner now. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Excelsior are looking to go forward now. He's picked his way through. And they're quick to get it back. And here's Eto. Nicely weighted ball. We've reached the midway point in extra time. Well, it has been a punishing game, both physically and mentally. But does either team have what it takes to find a winner?
Cambio.
And we're off for the final time. They have played themselves to a near standstill. What is left in the tank now? It's played through for him. Danielson. Oh, Red, nice interception. Raul, and the shot! Yes, he's done it! And that has raised the roof!
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off?
And that is expertly dealt with. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Pass is just off target. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Neymar. And it's Zanetti. Pass somewhat off target. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Torres. Shot could be on. Oh, it's come loose. Oh, that is a nice touch. He's got away. James goes for a shot. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Boca Juniors can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now. Danielson.
Oh, this looks sharp. This looks promising. He is through here. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. He's in plenty of space here. Up he goes! Oh, it rattles the bar. So that's it. It is all over. Boca Juniors have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback.
Señoras y señores,